Ever walked into a candy store with only $5? Yeah, me too. It's a harsh lesson in life. We can't have it all. Want that jumbo gummy bear and the chocolate fountain? Not gonna happen. That, my friends, is economics in action. This isn't just about sugar highs. It's about understanding why we have to make choices and why those choices matter. Because guess what? Life is like a giant candy store and we've all got limited pocket money. So what exactly is economics? Forget the graphs and jargon. It's basically the study of how we manage our limited resources to satisfy our unlimited wants. Think of it like this. We've got finite time, money, and energy. But our desires? Those are infinite, baby. Economics helps us figure out how to use what we've got to get as much of what we want as possible. It's about making smart choices, not just about counting cash. Let's talk about scarcity. No, it's not a rare disease, though it can feel like it sometimes. Scarcity just means there's not enough of something to go around. Think about it. There are only 24 hours in a day. That's it. That's your daily dose of time. You can spend those hours binge watching bad reality TV, or you can, do something productive. The point is, time is scarce, just like that last slice of pizza. And that, my friends, is why we have to make choices. Every choice we make has a cost, not just in dollars and cents, but in opportunities lost. Let's say you're choosing between studying for a big exam and finally beating that ridiculously hard level on your favorite video game. You choose the game. Fun, right? But the cost, potentially acing that exam and impressing your professor with your newfound knowledge. See, choices have consequences. It's a trade-off, folks. Section 5. Water, everywhere, but not a drop too. Well, you choose. Here's another fun fact. Resources have multiple uses. Take water, for example. It's one of the most versatile resources we have. You can use it to quench your thirst, water your plants, or even clean your home. Imagine a day without water. No drinking, no cooking, no cleaning. It's essential for our daily lives. Or, recreate that epic Titanic scene in the bathtub. Water is not just a necessity. It can also be a source of fun and relaxation. Think about all the ways you use water in a single day. But here's the kicker. The more water you use for one thing, the less you have for another. It's a delicate balance. For instance, if you use a lot of water to wash your car, you might have less for your garden. This scarcity can lead to tough choices. In some parts of the world, people face severe water shortages, making every drop precious. Imagine having to choose between drinking water and watering your crops. It's like that old saying, you can't have your cake and eat it too. Every choice has a consequence. When you use water for one purpose, you might be sacrificing another need. Unless, of course, you're willing to deal with the consequences and a stomachache. So, next time you turn on the tap, think about how you're using this precious resource. Make every drop count. Water conservation is not just about saving water, it's about making mindful choices. Whether it's taking shorter showers, fixing leaks, or using water-efficient appliances, every action helps. Communities around the world are finding innovative ways to conserve water. From rainwater harvesting to using gray water for irrigation, there are many ways to make a difference. So let's all do our part. After all, water is life, and with a little effort, we can ensure there's enough for everyone. Section 6. Pizza for President, Wants versus Utility. We all have wants, lots and lots of wants. But here's the thing, wants and needs are not the same. You might that diamond-encrusted pizza cutter, but do you it? Probably not. That's where utility comes in. Utility is basically the satisfaction you get from something. Eating a slice of pizza when you're hungry? High utility. Eating another slice when you're already stuffed? Not so much. Economics helps us figure out how to maximize our utility with the resources we have. Section 7. Marginal what now? The pizza principle of diminishing returns. Remember that feeling of pure bliss after that first bite of pizza? Now think about the fifth slice. Not as magical, right? That, my friends, is the law of diminishing marginal utility. Basically, the more you have of something, the less satisfying each additional unit becomes. This applies to everything from pizza to video games to, dare I say it, money. The first dollar you earn feels amazing. The millionth, not so much. It's all about perspective. All about. Section 8. Optimizing your life. From phones to fortune cookies. Economics is all about making smart choices. It's about weighing the costs and benefits of every decision, from buying a new phone to choosing a fortune cookie. Do you need the latest phone with all the bells and whistles, or will a simpler model do the trick? It's about figuring out what brings you the most utility and making choices that align with your goals. Think of it like this. Economics is basically life hacking, but with fewer questionable DIY projects. Section 9. Economics. It's not just for suits. It's for you too. Economics might sound boring, but it's actually pretty awesome. It's about understanding how the world works, from the price of your morning coffee to the global economy. It's about making informed decisions that can improve your life and the lives of others. So the next time you're trying to decide between two pairs of shoes or figuring out how to budget for a vacation, remember, you're not just making a choice, you're doing economics. Section 10. From gas prices to groceries, economics in action. Remember those sky-high gas prices a while back? Yeah, that was economics in action. Supply and demand, my friends. When demand is high and supply is low, prices go up. It's like trying to buy a gallon of milk during a blizzard. But economics is more than just explaining why things are so expensive. It's about understanding how governments make decisions, how businesses compete, and how individuals like you and me navigate this crazy thing called life. Section 11. Your turn, what will you choose? This is the moment where you take the reins of your own journey. The choices you make today will shape your future, and understanding the principles of economics can guide you in making those decisions. So, there you have it. Economics in a nutshell. It's not just about numbers and graphs. It's about the real-world decisions we face every day. From the coffee you buy in the morning to the career path you choose, economics is at play. It's about choices, scarcity, and making the most of what we've got. Every decision involves trade-offs, and understanding these trade-offs can help us prioritize what truly matters. Whether it's time, money, or resources, we are constantly balancing our options. It's about understanding that we can't always get what we want, and that's okay. Scarcity is a fundamental aspect of life, and it teaches us to value what we have. When faced with limited resources, we learn to be more creative and resourceful. But with a little bit of economic thinking, we can make choices that lead to a happier, more fulfilling life. By planning and budgeting, we can ensure that our needs are met and our goals are within reach. It's about making informed decisions that align with our values and aspirations. So the next time you're faced with a tough decision, remember the lessons of economics. Take a moment to analyze the situation, weigh the pros and cons, and consider the long-term impacts of your choices. This thoughtful approach can lead to better outcomes and greater satisfaction. Weigh your options, consider the costs and benefits, and choose wisely. Every choice has an opportunity cost, and recognizing this can help you make decisions that maximize your well-being. It's not just about the immediate gains, but also about the future benefits. After all, it's your life, your choices, your economy. You have the power to shape your destiny through the decisions you make. Embrace the principles of economics and let them guide you towards a prosperous and fulfilling life. The journey is yours to navigate, so choose wisely and confidently. Section 12. The gist of it. Key takeaways and further adventures in economics. We've covered a lot of ground here, from scarcity to utility to the law of diminishing marginal returns. These fundamental concepts form the backbone of economic theory and help us understand how individuals and societies allocate their limited resources. But this is just the tip of the iceberg, folks. The world of economics is much deeper and more intricate than what we've touched upon in this series. Economics is a vast and fascinating field, and there's always more to learn. From microeconomics, which looks at individual and business decisions, to macroeconomics, which examines the economy as a whole, the scope is immense. If you're interested in diving deeper, I highly recommend checking out some of the amazing resources available online and in libraries. Websites like Khan Academy, Coursera, and edX offer free courses that can expand your understanding. You can explore topics like behavioral economics, which studies how psychological factors affect economic decisions, and game theory, which analyzes strategic interactions where the outcome depends on the actions of all participants. And don't forget the economics of climate change, a critical area that examines how economic activities impact our environment and what policies can mitigate these effects. Trust me, It's way more interesting than it sounds. The more you learn, the more you'll see how economics influences every aspect of our lives, from the prices we pay for goods to the policies that shape our world. Happy economizing!